And finally, we've made it to episode 50, and whoa, before you click off the video, there's no gameplay in the background for a specific reason, and that the reason that today we are talking theory, we are learning theory, and then we shall try put it into practice in a future episode. Now, the last one I did was predicting opponents. That was episode 49. That was uploaded in, believe it or not, June 2012 23rd. If you want to improve your Gears of War game, this is the playlist to do it. Just share it with your friends. It goes from Gears of War 1 to Gears of War 2 all the way through to Gears of War 3 beta into Gears of War 3 retail. So there's a lot of theory in there, and there's a lot of practice, and there's map strategies. So I'm pleased to be bringing this back. And today's episode is about putting yourself in a purposely bad situation to come out on top. Now, I've been trying to think long and hard about what exactly I do in my game, in my Gears game, to get good scores, to be consistent, because it's not all about good scores. It's not all about winning. It's, for me and many others, it's about consistency. It's about picking up the game and thinking, you know what, I know what I can do. And then when you know what you can do and what you can't do, you can work on those bad points, work on those good points, and you can really push yourself to become a better player. I do hope you stick around, because it's going to be a short one, because there is no gameplay. So if you just want to jam some headphones in and listen to me, then that's fine. Do whatever you're doing in the background, just leave my tab open and listen to me. That'll be great. As I am back, and if this gets a lot of feedback, I will continue them. It's always been a well-received series, and for that I thank you. And I'm just trying to get back into it, but after 50 episodes, it's hard to honestly come up with a unique topic, because yes, I could build on movement. Like, say I've done an episode on movement, I could build on it further, but I don't want to. I want every single video to be unique. So today is putting yourself in a bad position on purpose. Now, the simplest way I can describe this is, quite often the way that you die, not just in Gears of War, in games in general, is a random factor. Is something you didn't expect to happen, something you weren't expecting. It happened, it took you by surprise, you weren't ready to react to it, and you died. For example, if you're not playing in a team and you don't have callouts, the whole game of Gears of War can be put down to callouts. If you call out where everybody is, and you know what everybody's got where things are, where nades are tagged, then it's very easy to become a better player very quickly. If you're playing on your own, it's much harder, because there are a lot of random factors. Now, I've been trying to think about how exactly, from the beginning of Gears, how I exactly improved without playing as a team, because I never played as a team. So one of those things that I've come to realise is a lot of times I will put myself in a bad position so I know exactly what's going to happen and I am ready for it. Maybe the other guy's not ready for it, but I myself am ready for it. Because like I say, one of the main reasons you die in the game is because you're thinking, damn, I wasn't expecting that. He's come from behind, he's pushed me around that corner, he's got a weapon I wasn't expecting. But what happens if you were to force him to do something that necessarily he didn't want to do, or he thought he wasn't able to do, and now he can? Now, a prime example of this is grenades and boom shots. This is one example I use quite a lot. Let's take Slab, the map Slab. You have the center boom shot. Now, I think a little while back, a week ago, maybe 2 weeks, I put up a Slab gameplay where I just went in on the shotgun. I got like I was like a 1v10 clutch. And the reason that worked was because I'm purposely putting myself in a bad situation, because then I can control the outcome. So, if you push a boom shot guy, there's one thing, say you're in a 1v1, if you push a boom shot guy, you necessarily don't really want to be in a 1v1. You want to pick him off from behind, you want to pick him off from the side. That's the ideal kill, is you kill him without even getting into an engagement. But what happens if you just change the gameplay to force engagement, so there are no random factors? If you're at Slab and you see a 1v1, push your 1v1. You should always push your 1v1s anyway, but in this case, because there's a greater reward. for one, if you're pushing in 1v1, you at that exact moment in time, you are getting that 1v1 engagement. And if you kill him quickly, his team don't have time to react. You know, if you're, you know, sat in cover for 5 minutes thinking, do I push him? Do I wait for grenades? What do I do? What do I do? Then by that time, somebody will have clicked that spot button on you. Somebody will have pushed you, and you'll be getting crossed, and then you're forced into an unfavourable engagement. Now, if you instantly push him, he's going to do one thing. He's going to run away, which then goes, okay, he's run off. I'll take the boom shot, and I've got the boom shot. Or he's going to push it. Now, if you're good enough, and you can get good enough with practice, is you'll win that 1v1 engagement, and you will then kill him. His team will be a bit panicky, and then you'll get the boom shot, and then they'll be like, damn, you know, what do we do now? He's got the boom shot. We weren't expecting that. You know, they'll get a bit pissy at the team. They'll be like, let's call him John. John, you meant to cover that boom shot. Yeah, I know, he just pushed me. I wasn't expecting it. You know, you've had those sort of deaths there where they just push you and you die. Now, that sort of forcing an engagement, putting yourself in an unfavourable engagement is a bit different. Now, this is to get rid of random factors, okay? This works more for the 1v1s, for the game battles, for the tense clutch situations. This is what I tried to do. Is you literally force him to do something that he wants to do and you don't want to happen to you. So let's take Clock Tower for example. You're up top. Okay, you have the sniper in your hand. He's down low. Now, a lot of people would think, shit, I've got to get that boom shot. I've got to get to that boom shot. He's going to pick up that boom shot. And he's going to run upstairs and he's got 3 rockets and I'm going to die. Now, sometimes, and quite a lot of the times, I will simply say, you know what, take the boom shot. The boom shot's yours. You want that boom shot, take that boom shot. Because then, I know exactly what his play is and I can play to that. There are no random factors. It's a lot easier to guess what a guy is going to do if he has a boom shot in his hand than if there is a boom shot, there's frags, there's Boltox, and he's just floating around the map. You're thinking to yourself, come on, make your decision. Pick where you want to go. If you force him to go to that boom shot, you just sit up there. Not even sit, you can float around the map yourself, and you say, go on, pick up that boom shot. You're going to either, one, snipe him, maybe snipe and miss him and put him red, and then he's got the boom shot, and he's trapped in that choke point. So although, yeah, he's thinking, great, I've got the boom shot, then he's thinking, damn, I'm actually trapped in here, which will let you go get grenades, which will let you trap him further and further in. You can use grenades to keep pushing him, you can cross lancer him if you want, you can put the pistol damage on him, and you will kill him. You don't, you know, it's not a gun game. It's not he has the boom shot, I have a sniper, he wins. It's how you play out the situation. Yes, the boom shot should win, like realistically, but if you actually play it properly, and you force him into an engagement that he thinks he wants, he can actually backfire quite well for you. You know, there are hundreds of situations that this can work in, and I think that's one of the better tips I can give. And hopefully, if this is going to change your game, I hope that you will like the video and you will favourite it, because honestly, if you begin to take out random factors out of the game, you will change your scores, you will change how it works. 1v1s, it's one of the key things that I always tend to do. You know, you're sat there and you're thinking, has he got grenades? You force him, you say, go on, take the grenades. And that way you know, okay, there could be 2 grenades about. And then you think, right, I'm going to play super conservative, I'm going to check corners for grenades, and, you know, I'm definitely safe because I know he's either one, he's got them and he's going to throw them at me, and I'm ready for the roll. But if he's floating everywhere, you're doing different things, and he picks them up, and you didn't really expect him to pick them up, and then all of a sudden they're tagged and you're dead, then, you know, you're going to die. But if you force him to do something, then you can predict the outcome a lot easier. You know, it's a lot easier, like I say, to predict somebody that has a certain weapon in the hand, is in a certain position on the map, than it is to just let him float around and put damage on you and maybe trap you in a corner. You want him to get that boom shot. The only thing I will say is you have to be a pretty solid player to do this. Letting somebody get a boom shot, letting somebody get grenades for free isn't advised if, you know, you're new to the game, because he'll just outplay you fair and square. You won't have the movement to dodge boom shots. You won't have the predictions, and you may just put yourself in a bad position, and you might get splash damaged off a wall. But if you're solid at the game, it's a real easy way to take clutches, is just to simply put somebody in a situation. that was episode 50 of Play Smarter at Gears of War. It's a series that I've been running since the dawn of time. It's been running since April the 23rd, 2011. So it's been going for quite some time. We're on to episode 50. If you want more, then just drop a comment and a like. You know, I'd be happy to continue these. It's what I enjoy doing. It's what I feel I can do best on the channel. So that was episode 50. I thank you for those that have stuck around, and I apologise for no gameplay, but it's really difficult to force somebody to go into a situation and actually capture it on footage because it doesn't really look like you're doing it. So that's why I chose just to rattle through this with 11 minutes of talking. Share it with your friends, follow me on Twitter, and just spread the Gears of War news, guys. Peace.